November. That's funny. That was for me, y'all, because I said November, but it's not November. It's December 16th, 2024, the last month of the year of new beginnings. And I'm here with Mind Heart Mondays. It's been a very stressful Monday for me, but I want to honor our time. And I just want to say hello. Hope everyone is doing well in spite of all the stress and all the struggles that are coming against us. This is a space for your mind, for your mental wellness. This is a space for your heart, for your emotional wellness. And I am here offering you a space to share anything that's going on with you in this season, any questions you might have. And I'm actually excited to teach on tomorrow's class. It's actually what I wanted to teach tonight, but I have to be patient and wait till tomorrow. But tomorrow I am bringing our recovery series. And it is Know Your Worth. Last week I shared on Know Your Purpose. And tomorrow I'm going to bring you a teaching on knowing your worth, which is very, very important, just as, if not more, foundational and fundamental to know your worth, to know your innate and inherent worth. But tonight, I just wanted to open this space for y'all to ask any questions or share anything that's going on. The year is wrapping up, so usually December is a time and space where we start to reflect a lot about this year, the triumphs, the trials, the victories, the defeats. So yeah, I want to kind of give you all a space to share. Hi, welcome. Good to see everyone today. Tonight, actually, it's evening where I'm at. Let's see. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to what I'm going to do tonight, I think, is elaborate on another teaching that I've already shared. And this was back actually in October. When Chaos Grips the Mind is what it's called. I think that's what I titled the video. So y'all are welcome to go watch that and learn a little bit about how to manage your mental and emotional health when chaos grips them. Well, specifically the mental when chaos grips the mind. But I think I'm going to actually talk more about stress. Stress is daily life is always full of stress. That's just part of living in a broken world and being broken humanity. But yes, we need to learn how to manage stress because stress is what leads us to unhealthy coping mechanisms. And those unhealthy coping mechanisms can be very, very detrimental to the rest of our life, including our health, mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. So, yeah, stress is part of daily life. One of the things that I teach is the importance of understanding how you tend to lean when it comes to anxiety, because when you know where you tend to go with anxiety, then you have a better posture to handle the triggers when they come, which they're going to come, and the stress in general, how to handle and manage it. Now, there are seasons in our life where we are in dark seasons or we're in winter seasons where it is just part of the process of growth and the process of refinement. And so a lot of times some of the stress is unavoidable. It's just part of the healing journey. But nonetheless, it's important to have for yourself ways to manage it so that it doesn't take over and manage you. Okay? Well, I believe everyone that comes to the stream is here for a reason, so I'm really not worried too much about that, but good observation. So what are some ways that we can manage stress? So we have to remember stress affects every part of life. So it's spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical. So I must have a remedy for each of those parts of my life. I must have a spiritual anchor in God Himself, which means I have to develop a relationship with God so that I can commune with Him, so that I can nurture my spirit, so that I can grow my spirit and strengthen my spirit, especially in these dark times, these winter seasons, as I call them. So, yeah, I mean, what are some ways? So we can pray. Prayer is always a good space to commune with God. Meditation is another area that is very beneficial, and meditation actually helps you not only spiritually but mentally and emotionally. It helps you have a space to release the excess, crazy thoughts or whatever it is that you're battling, because we all have an area that we battle with the stress, the daily stress. So mentally, this is probably where it's most challenging for a lot of us, especially if you are someone who processes things mentally instead of emotionally. But the battle of the mind is a real, real battle. And it is, if you're not cognizant, if you're not present, your thoughts can run your life. And if those thoughts are unhinged or they have no anchor in truth, then you're setting yourself up for a very chaotic life, and it's not fun. So you need to learn how to take your thoughts captive. One of the ways that I teach is journaling. Journaling is a wonderful space to declutter the mind and allow you a space for clarity and direction, especially if you're in a season or a space where you're trying to find clarity and direction for your life. Or like I said, if you're in a dark season or a winter season where just a lot's coming at you all at the same time, it can be very easy to get caught up in it and lose your mental stability, which we don't want. So yeah, things like journaling are a good way to quiet the mind, release the thoughts. Any type of art, color therapy is another, it's a quiet space where you can just be one with yourself and express yourself through the art or through whatever it is that you're creating. What else? Reading. Reading's another, quiet meditative space where you can allow your mind to think something else. And, at the same time, of course, depending on what you're reading, you're also feeding your mind, nourishing your mind. And that goes with the spiritual practice as well. So, reading God's Word and feeding your mind is very important. It also helps you anchor in truth. Again, especially when you're in those winter seasons where the enemy's coming at you with all kinds of lies and deception. So yeah, and then emotionally, um, again, it's important to know for yourself, when I'm anxious, where do I tend to go? Do I tend to go inward, or do I tend to project? I have a teaching on this, but knowing that about yourself is vital, because it helps you when you are triggered to remember, or try to remember. Again, a lot of times it's easier said than done, especially if you're in a chronic state of stress or a lot's coming at you. This might not be so easy or accessible, and it might take a little more effort and practice to get here. But to remember your triggers emotionally. A lot of the triggers are connected to our childhood trauma, or connected to, areas that we're still unhealed, that we're still growing and developing. But knowing this about yourself is vital. And with that said, it's important to have these strategies, these practices in place to keep your emotional realm healthy and stable. So, some of the ways you can do this, again, they're connected to quiet practices like journaling. That's another one that I shared for the mind. But it also helps for the heart to release those feelings that you're going through, or maybe to kind of help yourself, kind of a self reflection to help see, what am I feeling right now? What am I thinking? What's going on with me? So that I can assess where I'm at, and then figure out, okay, what is it that I need so that I can feel a little more stable in my emotional realm. Um, Another area, and this is where the soul connects to the body, but is physical activity like exercising, or, something more, maybe perhaps something more quiet, like, taking a walk once a day, or some kind of light exercise, low impact like Pilates or yoga or something like that. And really just breathing. Breathing is always an easy way to help you get emotionally regulated, especially when you're in the fray of unrest of some kind. And yeah, physically, obviously, exercising and those kind of things help our physical body. Um, and one thing to remember always is that we have to release stress. And usually the best way to do it is, when you want to encompass spirit, soul, and body, is to release it physically. So even very general exercises, I'm actually going to get into this later, once I start sharing more on the physical realm. But there are some very easy exercises. You don't have to be a gym buff or anything like that, that you can do while you're sitting at your desk at work, or sitting at home, watching the television or whatever it is for you, that you can actually release some of the stress just simply by sitting down. So yeah, anybody have any questions? But yeah, I just wanted to kind of come and kind of talk about this a little bit, and really it's a reminder for myself as well, is it's very important that we have strategies in place, especially when we're in chronic states of stress, chronic states of, anxiety, or whatever it is, winter season that you're in, to keep you from going into burnout, to keep you from going into having a breakdown. Because it's very easy when you're in a chronic state of stress, or a chronic state of, survival mode, anxiety, whatever it is, it's very easy to go into a space of burnout, or breakdown of some kind. And that's the last thing that we want for ourselves. So be easy on yourself, be kind to yourself. Remember that, you're human, and it's okay to have boundaries. It's okay to have, these things in place for yourself to keep you strong and healthy, so you can be the best version for your family and for the people that depend on you. So, hope everybody's doing well. Short teaching tonight, but I did want to honor our time. I'll be back tomorrow with our recovery series, and I'm going to teach, and this is going to be a teaching actually. Tonight wasn't really a teaching, it was just more of a just an encouragement. But tomorrow I will have a teaching, and we're going to talk about your worth. Hope you all are doing well. Have a great night. Talk to you soon. Bye.